Hey guys, this is going to be my second legendary comparison video. Sorry this one took so long. I was planning to make these weekly, but with the update and everything, things got kind of delayed. So for this one, I'm going to do OG Moneymaker versus Slade's Shitstorm. Now you might be thinking that it would make more sense to compare OG Moneymaker to True Patriot since they're both snipers, but I feel like the clear winner there is True Patriot, and that would make for a really boring video. Besides, that'll also leave Shitstorm to go against Mood Chaser, and that's just no contest. So I decided that it makes more sense to compare these two to each other, since I consider them to be the two most disappointing legendaries in the game. Let me explain why. So let's start with the Slade Shitstorm. Right off the bat, you can start noticing some problems. Let's just go through its perks one by one. First, we have Iron Sight damage. Alright, but you don't really aim down sight much with the rocket launcher. Second, we have pickup radius, which is kinda useless. Third, we have accuracy, which is completely useless, because rockets just fly in a straight line. Accuracy doesn't affect much there. Fourth, we have elite damage, which is good. Fifth, we have damage, which is good. Sixth, we have fire rate, which is another dead perk because you only have one in the mag. For fire rate to affect anything, you need to at least be able to fire 2 shots before reloading. Seventh, we have crit damage, another dead perk because rockets can't crit. And last, we have reload speed. So essentially we have 3 good perks, 2 mediocre ones, and 3 dead ones. Things aren't looking good so far. So now into its actual design. I actually really like it. I like its iron sights, even though I don't expect to be using them much, and it has a unique firing sound. It almost sounds electric kind of. Now onto the OG. As you can see, it's not doing much better in terms of perks. First up, we've got pickup radius, the most useless perk. Then we've got accuracy, which isn't super helpful on snipers because they're dead accurate to begin with. Then we have aim down sight damage, actually not bad for a sniper. Then we have more accuracy, again not very helpful. Then we've got a magazine perk, which would be good except it's not high enough to actually make a difference, so it's a dead perk. Then we've got elite damage, which is good. Reload speed, not bad. Fire rate, good. So that's 3 good perks, a decent one, and then 4 useless ones. Now onto the design. I have to say, it definitely loses this category. I don't really like this color combination, but even if I did, it doesn't have a unique firing sound. It sounds exactly like every other sniper. This is a problem that True Patriot also shares, and I wish to start giving these snipers some more unique sounds. Because something like the Kira or the Shitstorm, you know when someone's using it just by listening to it. Okay, now onto some PvE performance. First up, the Shitstorm. Let's be honest, if you're using this thing in PvE, you're probably using it in Arena. It was definitely made for that. It kills most elites in around 3 or 4 shots, which isn't bad, but where it really excels is at killing low tier mobs. And considering how many low tier mobs Arena throws at you, you're going to be getting a lot of multi-kills with this thing. Where this really starts to matter is with how many ribbons you're going to be getting. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that using the Shitstorm in Arena is the most efficient method for fame farming, because it's not by a long shot. But if you want to farm Arena, and maybe you want to level your armor or your primary weapon at the same time, it's really not a bad idea to take the Shitstorm. You'll be getting explosion kill ribbons, explosions pro ribbons, and multi-kill ribbons constantly. Okay, well how good is it for DPS and bosses? As you can probably guess, pretty terrible. Because it can't crit, the only things that can affect its DPS are reload speed and actual damage. With my skill passives, I have a passive that increases reload speed by 30%. I get a 1.5 second reload, and I hit for 1787. That's 1787 on any target, including blade and bolt. So considering all that, including my 30% reload speed passive, I'm doing 1191 DPS to any target. That's pretty awful. That's around half of what you could get with most primaries. So yeah, for DPS, I wouldn't bother, just stick to your primary. Now onto the OG. So for general use, it's really not that bad. The main problem with it is its archetype. Because it's a lower damage sniper, it means you're going to be using a lot of shots to take down the target, which means you're going to be running out of ammo a lot. And of course, just by the fact that it's a sniper, it can be pretty hard to use in close range, especially when you're getting swung by a ton of melee enemies. But that's not its strength. Being a sniper, its strength is DPS. So how does it do in that regard? Surprisingly, not very amazing. It deals 1,831 damage to Blade's back, which will mean 2,136 DPS. That is not, if I'm not mistaken, that's less than Kira. I'm really surprised by that. I feel like I probably did something wrong, and if someone could check me, that'd be great. But that's what I'm getting with the numbers. It deals less DPS than Kira. And another problem with it is that its ammo stat isn't great. Considering how low the damage per shot it does, you will do a lot less damage compared to something like the True Patriot before running out of ammo. And Volt is a similar story. It deals 1646 damage to Volt's crit, which means it does 1920 DPS. Again, not super impressive. Now into PvP. I'm not really a fan of rockets, but I will say, if you do plan on using this in PvP, I would definitely recommend Ascendancy over Duels. In Ascendancy, the area damage can definitely help you win out in some 1v2 or 1v3 situations where you otherwise would have died. In Duels, I can't recommend it quite as much. First of all, you only get one rocket, as opposed to a full mag with a sniper. Second, because it's not a guaranteed one-hit kill, it might get you killed more often than not. If you miss, or if you don't manage to land that one hit and finish them off quickly, they will kill you, especially if you use it in close range where you might damage yourself.
Not good.
Now onto the OG. I have to say, it's not really that bad. Even though it doesn't have the same one-hit kill headshot potential as something like the True Patriot, it can still one-hit to the back as long as you're using the ambush skill passive. So in combination with the agility skill tree, it's pretty good for flanking because you can just get around the enemy team, fire 7 quick shots, and team kill before they have any idea what's going on. So in conclusion, the Shitstorm is a piece of shit, and the OG Moneymaker fucking sucks. Okay, well, not really. The Shitstorm is the best rocket launcher, so if you're gonna use a rocket, you should go with that one. It does the most damage, and on top of that, being legendary, it's the only one that can reach 250 power. But rockets just don't have that much utility in the game right now. They're only good in very specific circumstances, one of them being arena. As for the OG Moneymaker, there are just better snipers out there. The other legendary, True Patriot, completely blows it out of the water, and there's a unique epic, Bessen's Killer, which is also much better. So yeah, take that as you will. For my next comparison, I'm not sure which two I'm going to pick. I managed to get Project Ember from the new dungeon, so if I also manage to get Plasma Blaster, I'm definitely doing that next. But I've been wanting to do Legends Pistol versus Mother's Promise, but since they shuffled the legendaries in this update, I have no idea where Mother's Promise drops. So it's really just a matter of which one I get first. Until then though,